Hello there. It's a brand new day, and it's time for me to serve you my nugget of wisdom for today. I've titled it The Guru and the Fur Coat. The Guru and the Fur Coat. I start with my quote. Foxes have dens to live in, and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place even to lay his head. Those are the words of Matthew chapter 8, verse 20. It was approaching the dead of winter when a spiritual teacher went walking through a deep mountain valley with 3 of his disciples. As it was very cold, the 3 students were worried about their teacher. They didn't want him to get sick, but none would speak up. They all knew their teacher's insistence on privacy when it came to people sticking their noses into his personal affairs. But finally, one of them could hold his peace no longer and spoke out. Teacher, it's not right that you don't have proper protection from this weather. And gathering courage, he went further. We all agree, he said, as he looked over at his fellow students for a sense of support. We want you to have a coat to help keep you warm. The teacher understood the true nature of his students' protests, but he also wanted them to learn the higher lesson of the moment. While it's good to have comforts, being without them is not important enough to despair over. Further, he wanted to show them the value of learning how to use whatever life supplies or denies them in the moment. But his brief words of instruction fell on deaf ears. Instead, his students insisted further. No, master, it's not right. We appreciate your modesty and your humility, but really, you need a nice warm coat. If you don't, you may catch your death from cold, and then what would become of us? Permit us to buy this for you, please. Continuing their conversation as they walked alongside a great river, they noticed a large fur coat floating downstream all of a sudden. One of the students exclaimed, Look, it's a miracle. The Almighty has heard our prayers. How great is our fortune. The next moment, at their urging, the teacher dived into the cold waters to retrieve the fur coat as it floated along with the currents. Another minute went by and the students were in shock. Their teacher was being swept down the river along with the coat. But that wasn't all. It was obvious their teacher was in a great struggle of some sort. One by one, they cried out, Are you all right? What's wrong? Let go of the coat. You'll drown if you don't let it go. And from the distance, they heard their teacher yell back to them, I want to let go, but it's not a coat. It's a black bear, and it won't let go of me. That is a story by Guy Finley. Now get this straight. It's not a bad thing to be comfortable somewhat, but the continuous pursuit of it can become our bane in life if we are not careful. Some comforts we hanker for, dear friends, once they find us, become physical and spiritual bears, burdens that refuse to let go of us, even when we are ready to let go of them. Ask yourself, how comfortably did Jesus live when he walked among us? Was he not hungry and thirsty sometimes? Did he not live the hard life of a carpenter? Was he not ridiculed by many for simply telling them the truth? Did he not suffer condemnation for no crime at all committed? But do we not enjoy the fruits today of his sacrifice, his self-discipline, his example? What comforts you today may spell trouble for you tomorrow. So, are you sacrificing your general well-being for just a little comfort? Think about it. The superior man thinks always of virtue, but the common man thinks of comfort. Those are the words of Confucius. Yes, you must think of comfort sometimes, but think of something higher, because you will not realistically always be comfortable. So think beyond that coat, because you just might catch a bear. I pray that you will be able to discern. I pray that you'll be blessed and be a great blessing.
Remember that name.